Is the life of a miner in Stardew Valley lucrative? Is mining by chance better than raising crops or ranching? Well, here we are to answer that question, as I spent 121 days just as a miner in Stardew Valley. Note, this is episode 2 of Life as a Miner where we'll go through the season of summer. Before you start this video, you should definitely go ahead and check the first episode of spring, as all the rules and objectives are detailed and outlined there. Here's the link for you. Just make sure to come back to this video, please. But as a quick recap, here are the rules and objectives for this series. 1. I could only gain profit through shipping and selling only mining related things, such as gems, ores, bars, and minerals. Which meant 2. I was not allowed to sell anything else such as farm produce, but I'm allowed to grow and use them for food, quests, or the CC. And 3. To add a little bit of a curveball and make things a tad difficult, I'm not allowed to use the watering can, unless Ginger Island Volcano. This playthrough must not be modded, purely vanilla with no big exploits or cheats such as clay farming, animation cancelling and the like, and as I'm a casual player that actually doesn't know how to do these things. The goals are 1. Try to earn at least a net profit of 1,000,000 gold. 2. Complete the community center. 3. Get married to Maru. 4. Beautify the farm. And 5. Have at least a couple of sheds with crystallariums in it. All caught up? Well, let's get into it then. The first day of summer, I decided that I needed a sustainable and renewable source of food. Since I couldn't plant any crops and didn't have any money, I thought the next best thing would be maple syrup. So I planted a bunch of maple trees at the bottom hill of my farm. I checked the calendar to see that it was Maru's birthday soon, which meant I would need to save a diamond for her. I also accepted a quest from Clint to collect some copper ore, which would be some easy money as well. I finally upgraded my axe to a copper axe and looked around for some summer forageables for the CC. After that, I went to my usual routine of the mines, bouncing back from floors 40 to 80. Day 30. Before heading to the mines, I went to the CC and donated a bunch of items, completing the fall forageable bundle, construction bundle, exotic bundle, and making some progress in the winter forageable bundle as well. Now, I could finally do the bulletin board and vault, which the latter being the most important for me. I purchased the 2,500 and 5,000 bundle, and then completed the adventurous bundle as well. After donating to the CC, I went back home and decided it was time to make some additional chests and really organize everything according to the seasons and resource type. When organizing my items, I mistakenly blew up a cherry bomb and lost my drum tile decoration, but I really didn't mind. I was planning to go to sleep after organizing my chests, but I saw that I still had the copper quest from Clint's, and I needed just 2 more. So I quickly shuffled to the mines, got the required copper, talked to Clint in the saloon and got 360G. Since there was some time left, I ran back with the items for the CC and completed the geologist and blacksmith bundles as well. Day 31. Finally, since the mine carts were repaired, I could make my trips to the mines so much more easily and conveniently. These next few days were days that I planned to earn enough funds to use for the skull caverns. Here were the things I wanted to complete in the next several days. First, I wanted the burglar ring. Second, I needed the last upgrade for the bag. And third, reach level 9 mining. The next few days were me just running around to the mines and mining for ores and gems, so here's a basic summary of each day. Day 32. I sold a bunch of things, gaining 13,805 in profit. Day 33, I got knocked out and lost some items, reaching level 9 mining, which was a win, and level 7 combat. Day 34, finished the cave insect quest and got a useless insect sword, created 5 more furnaces. Day 35, made 7 more furnaces. Day 36, reached level 10 mining and chose blacksmith for an additional 50% extra money in sales. Day 37, spent the day cleaning the farm, chopping all the wood and debris, collecting the fruits in the cave, bought the 10,000 gold bundle in the CC for a lightning rod, and made 39,470 gold in profit. Day 38, it was Maru's birthday, so I decided to wait outside her house till 9, practicing my dance moves. I also bought a bunch of recipes from Robin so that I could somewhat beautify my farm later on. I gave Maru the diamond, went outside, went right back and triggered in the 2-heart event and bought the 25,000 gold bundle from the CC, finally giving me access to the bus stop and my very first crystallarium. I plopped in my first diamond to replicate and spent the rest of the days laying down some paths for my maple farm, but since it was getting late, I decided to finish the job the next day. Day 39. I just continued where I left, finishing the maple syrup farm and spent the rest of the day designing and making the first layout to beautify the farm. Day 40. Finally, today was the day where I could make my way to Skull Caverns. I picked up some coconuts, some cactus fruit, and the very first floor was infested, so I went out and went back in. On floor 1, I got lucky and went down 9 levels from a hole I found, but my luck ran out on floor 14 where I fainted. I lost a bunch of items and 1,000 gold. Distraught and sad, I went home contemplating how to make the next trip more successful. Day 41. Decided to go to Skull Caverns but had to wait on Pam, so I decided to go to the mines and farm some coal and iron. Found out that floor 61 was infested, which was perfect, so I could take the elevator to floor 60 and spam farm the dust sprite. Got at least 70 coal and got my body count of dust sprites up to 300. Still had 200 left for a burglar ring though, such a shame. Day 42. it was a good luck day, so I decided to, you guessed it, find treasure deep within the mines. I had an inkling there was precious treasure to be found, specifically a certain type of dress. So I put on my straw hat and delved deep into the mines. Here I found the legendary subscribe and like button, because the real treasure is the friends and subscribers we make on the way. All jokes aside, it was time to hit the Skull Caverns again. Unfortunately, it really didn't feel like a lucky day, so I barely made any progress, and even had an infested floor on floor 9. I reached floor 18, and with time so late and barely finding any iridium, I just had enough for one bar. I went home in defeat. Day 43. I went to the caverns, fainted, didn't lose anything because I was already broke, and sold a bunch of items for 14,910. Day 44. Made a bunch of rods so I could get some batteries, and some tappers for my maple syrup farm. Went to the caverns and fainted at floor 38. Oh geez. Day 45. I got tired of fainting at the Skull Caverns all the time, so I decided to just farm dust sprites. I finally got level 8 combat, which meant I could get the explosive ammo, which would really change my runs from now on. Day 46. I made a bunch of rods and tappers, cracked open a bunch of geodes, donated to Gunfer, and headed over to the regular mines. I finally completed my burglar's ring by killing the 500 dust sprite at 6:40 PM, and was now able to get a chance for double loot. Then, I headed to the saloon and got some coffee and salads to prepare for future Skull Cavern expeditions. Day 47 to 49 was prep days for the caverns, mining a bunch of ores and coal, and in between I made some 2 crystallariums and kept giving Maru diamonds. Day 50. First got a prismatic shot on floor 3 from a dragon eel monster, and decided to leave quickly to get a much needed upgrade to my sword. I used the warp totem around 12:40 at floor 56 and got about 37 iridium ore. Not much, but at least it was something. Day 51. Made 3 more crystallariums, cracked open some geodes, sold the minerals I already had, and donated the rest to the museum. Then headed back to the mines. While mining for some extra coal and iron ore, I got a ghostfish and completed the Bats Monster Slayer quest and netted myself a vampire ring. Day 52. I finally got to Robin's and made my very first shed to store the crystallariums. After that, I headed to the mines to mine for some gold ore. I need a lot of gold bars to finance my next trip to the Skull Caverns. After recording, I realized after a while editing the segment that an error occurred on my recording software, that I wasn't able to capture the video, but for some reason I just recorded the audio. Anyway, here is a breakdown and reimagining of what happened in the next couple of days. Around 5 PM, I made good use of the pink cake my mom sent me for a good pick-me-up. I was able to pick a couple of minerals, even several diamonds, and at least 200 gold ore. Day 53. Today was an excellent luck day, so it was another Skull Caverns run. I prepped up some explosive ammo, sub bombs, purple mushrooms, spicy eels, several burgers, and pretty much any food I could muster. While waiting for Pam, I even found some sashimi from the trash cans. I decided to block Pam so I could force her to move even quicker to the bus stop, as every second of this precious day counted. I ended up with at least 100 iridium ore, 3 prismatic shards, and even reached floor 100, and had at least 2 treasure chest floors, and even reached combat level 9. Overall, was a really good haul. Day 54. Today was another good luck day, and I was really tempted to go back to the Skull Caverns for another run. However, I didn't have the supplies to make another run. I had enough food, but I didn't have enough iron bars of coal to craft more explosive ammo. I decided to spend the day farming up more coal and ore. Also, now that the shed was complete, I slowly started moving my crystallariums into the shed. Here would be my diamond shed, where I could finally have a fixed source of income of diamonds, which I could sell and also use to befriend villagers. Before heading over to the mines, I also decided to crack open some more geodes and donate it to the museum, as I really needed the key to the sewers. I also decided to buy 100 stack of coal, as I needed coal to smelt my ores, and I thought that buying one for 150 gold and a gold bar would sell for at least 375, so it was still a decent amount of profit, as the grind for coal just kinda got annulled. I went to the mines to find some gold ore, but then just thought it would be better to head over to the Skull Caverns and just farm the eels for some food and drops. It wasn't the best caverns run, but with minimum prep and hardly any food, I was pretty satisfied with the haul that I got. Day 55. Today, I finally got the keys to the sewers and was able to proceed to meeting Krobus. I also harvested my batteries, another round of maple syrup, and kept smelting my gold bars. After all that farm work, I headed over to the mines to do some more ore and coal farming. I was farming dust sprites around floor 60 when, to my surprise, I got a prismatic shard from one of them. I never knew you could get one of these bad boys from here. After gathering roughly 200 iron ore and 60 coal and a whole bunch of other items, I headed home to organize my chest and call it a day. Day 56 was the last day of summer. I spent the last day of summer over at the mines repeating level 100 to gather some gold ore and some bombs and coals from the enemy loot drops. I decided not to go to the dance of the moonlight jellies, as I'd rather spend the additional time gathering resources. And this wraps up the entire season of summer as life as a miner. I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm only focusing on mining and don't have to worry about crops or fishing or overtasks, I'm having so much fun. Yes, there is fun to be had with other aspects of the game, but sometimes tending to the crops and animals just felt monotonous and repetitive at times. Not that there is anything wrong with that, but with mining, since events and things that happen are so random, every trip to the Skull Caverns felt like an adventure. And money is always so easy to earn if you sell everything, so this really adds to the challenge of only selling mining related goods. How about you? What are your opinions about playing games in a certain way for a challenge? Have you ever done a challenge run yourself? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to stay updated for future episodes and content. This has been Requiem of the Indie Masters. Have a great day, everyone.